All right, Cleo, the only thing I can do is just sit here and pet you as I do the rest of this, all right? All right, Westwood. Dear Bill, glad you love Westworld. For some reason, he wrote Westwood in the beginning. Glad you love Westworld. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the rest of the season. If you like that and you're looking for a great movie to watch, check out The 13th Floor. It came out in the late 90s and deals with similar themes. Are you into reading fan theories? A common one now, that is a non-spoiler, is that Ed Harris's character and the nice guy who's new to the park are the same person. Another claims that it's actually all on Mars. Oh, for Westworld? Yeah, well, I got to get caught up before people ruin shit. I'll definitely check out The 13th Floor, and I think I'm going to watch episode 3 of Westworld, because I think they're up to 5 at this point. I'm going to watch that today, and I'm going to get caught up in, because my wife fucking cheated on me with TV. You know what I mean? When you guys have your shows, right? We watched that show Below Deck with the yachties get on there, right? And it's a reality show that we can both watch because they're always in the fucking Mediterranean. They got a fucking yacht. It's the shit. We always think, we should do that. It'd be fucking awesome. And then you look up the prices, and it's like the price of a house to rent one of those fucking things. You got to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, both of you can sell out the Rose Bowl on any given fucking night, you know? You got to be to that level of wealth to fucking justify. Do you realize the two of them are almost worth $1 billion? So for them to blow $250,000 on a fucking yacht is like, let's just say you're worth $100 million. If you're worth $100 million, $250,000 is like 0.25% of your money, right? Because $1 million is like 1%, right? So I don't know how to work that out. It's like 25% of 1%, whatever the fuck that is, of your money. And they're worth 10 times that. So that's like you and I, hey, you want a yacht for a week, and you take a penny out of your pocket and you break it into 4 fucking pieces and just hand it to them. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we'd like all the amenities. Anyways, I will definitely be checking that out. Ed Harris is like, as always, one of the greatest actors of all fucking time. I'll watch anything that guy's in. I swear to God. The only thing I never saw was when he was the one where, oh God, yawning again. Fuck. The only one I never saw was the one where he played the painter, and that got nominated, or he got nominated for an Oscar. So I still haven't seen that one, so I got to check that out. All right, old toys. Dear Billy Potato Head. I love that. That's a good one, because that kind of shits on my Irish heritage, and then also makes fun of the shape of my head. If you ever have kids, will you try and expose them to toys that you enjoyed as a child? You strike me as a Matchbox car kid. I don't force the toys of my childhood on my kids, but I've put a couple army men in their general area to give them a chance to play like I did. I am a huge agreeer of that. Proponent of that. Opponent of that. Proponent. Oh, that's what proponent means. You're pro, right? I never knew what that meant. I just kind of figured that out. Opponent. Proponent. Oh, pumpkin bread. Pro pumpkin bread. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely will do that. My big thing is playing catch. And, I'm going to buy a lefty glove for myself is what I'm going to do. Because I can throw a little bit with my left hand, and rather than just sitting there firing it into my kid, I'm going to go with the left hand. We were doing that yesterday. We had a football, right? His place that we're renting here has this fucking great pool. So it was halftime of the Florida game, and we're out there smoking cigars and shit. And when we finished that up, we got the game turned up loud. So the game there was 4 guys, right? So you had 2 on one side of the pool, 2 on the other side of the pool. So you had to throw with your opposite hand. First person that sent it into the pool, or if you had a catchable ball and it fell into the pool, was, I don't know, whatever the fuck it was that thing, that word you can't fucking say anymore because everybody gets offended. And it's not a racial slur, but it is, you know the word. No, Nobody said it, but we all knew. Without saying, we're older guys. Like, that's what it means. So anyways, yeah, I would definitely do that. I was not a Matchbox car kid. I was Corgi cars. We used to call them Corgi because we didn't know it was pronounced Corgi until we got older. And I'm so old that I remember when they had rubber wheels on them. And I had the giant oil truck. I was big. I had all the race cars. I had the Johnny Player Special. I had the Jackie Stewart Elf car. And my mother doesn't throw out shit, so I still have all of them. I had one of those, that kind of racing where the car just looks like a giant doorstop. It wasn't Formula One. It's not IndyCar racing. It's not open wheel. The car looks like a water slide. Like you could slide from the fin all the way down to the front. I don't know what kind. I had a white and red one of those. Lincoln Logs, Lego blocks, stuff like that. I think it's big to not have to keep your kids, I don't know. You got to get them outside. And you gotta keep them in their own. Like, I don't know. I have such a hatred of computers and iPads and all of that shit. And kids just love them. I mean, they go up to it like, liquid television type of shit. Back in the day, the MTV. I remember that graphic. It used to just make me want to sit down and watch it. I don't know, Mr. Potato Head. I don't know about that. Definitely like board games. I think it'd be fun playing cards. I think it's cool to expose your kids to that, so they have like that old school shit. Like, wasn't it always the greatest? Like for me, if I met some woman, I took her out on a date, and she had some old school stuff about her. You know what I mean? That stuff that was sort of passed down. I think that's really like a cool thing. And I think like some shit like playing cards, playing catch, like going outside. It's just like, riding bicycles. Just like all that shit is going away. And I'm not one of these old people that I look at young kids and be like, what are they doing today? They're fucking nuts. And these kids today, they don't get it. And it's just like, I totally get why they're doing it. Because I had to tap out Grand Theft Auto 3 in like 2003 or 2004. I had to unplug my PlayStation and stick it in the back of the closet. I literally just one day, it was like the 5th day in a row, I was just playing all day long, and I could not stop. I had already beat the game. I got the cheats. I did all of that shit. And then I was just going on rampages every night, just shooting up the city. And I just, I kind of just lost everything else in my life. I wasn't writing jokes and all that shit. So that was like 13 years ago. So I can't imagine how amazing the games are. And like the virtual reality goggles and all of that shit. I can't even fucking imagine like how you get your kid to go in the backyard and just have a game of catch. Like, to me, that's the greatest fucking thing ever. I think it's a great way to communicate with your kid. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's another activity going on. So they're not really paying attention. You can praise them when they're doing well, build up their confidence. And then you just slide in. So how's it going at school? And then you just read them. It's going great. All right, so it's going good. If you see them kind of look down, it's all right. What's the matter? What's going on? And they can kind of open up to you. I think it's like a great way to, I think it's really important early on to be able to do that. To have your kid be able to come to you if they have a fucking problem is a huge thing. But how you sit there with a glove and a ball and how that competes with putting on fucking reality glasses and you feel like you're going to fucking base jump off of a building or whatever the fuck they do. I don't know what the fuck they do with those things. Yeah, that's a difficult one. I love Lincoln Logs. I didn't like Lego blocks. You stepped on them in your bare feet, they fucking hurt. Not the Lincoln Logs did, but like that plastic shit. I wasn't into that as much as the Lincoln Logs were cool. We used to fucking build those things. We build houses, and then we would, with that corgi cars, whatever the fuck they're called, drive them around. We'd have traffic jams and all of that type of shit. We had names for everybody that drove the cars. Remember, I had all the fucking race cars in all my. It's weird. They drove like a Formula One car to work, and then they drove the trucks. I had trucks and racing cars. Then my other brother, who's a total fucking gearhead, he actually liked like the real looking cars, like a Volkswagen Bug or like a station wagon. Like he wanted to look like the cars that you could actually fucking drive. I know my mother didn't throw all of those out. Jesus Christ, it's fucking nuts. They're all up in the attic somewhere. All right, election. Bill, the election is right around the corner. A couple weeks ago, you eulogized the Great Barrier Reef. Any last words for this election? Not the country as a whole, because I don't think it'll fall apart. But I imagine this has exposed the side of our country that we've been able to keep under wraps for a while, which is that no one ever pays attention to anything unless it's an easy talking point. That everything is more fucked up than we know or would like to admit. What's the worst thing that will happen if either candidate wins? Well, if Trump wins, the worst thing is we're going to have to listen to all these European countries talk about how dumb Americans are, especially people in England. And I just want to say to them, like, you know what? What if you threw out the person every 4 to 8 years? And I would love to see what the fuck you end up with. You know what I mean? Some years it's just not a good draft. That fucking, whatever the fuck his name is, Tony Blair, that guy's been in there since Bush. Not even saying that guy's good, but you just get somebody in there and they just stay there until they die. Doesn't he have like Margaret Thatcher's job? Ugh, the original Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton? Can't even say her fucking name. What's the worst that will happen? I don't know. If Trump wasn't such a fucking jerk off. If he wasn't such a jerk off, it's really what the country needs. You need somebody who isn't a part of the fucking system. You don't, but you just can't have a guy like that in there. And then Hillary is just going to be more of the fucking same. It's just going to keep driving this country towards ruin. Dude, none of them talked about the population problem. None of them talked about the nationwide heroin epidemic. None of them talked about genetically altered food. None of them talked about fucking global warming. Maybe they touched on it for a second. They haven't said shit. They're not going to do anything. None of them are going to try to stop the banks, put them in fucking line. They're building another real estate bubble. I'll tell you what's fucking hilarious out here is they are building up L.A. like I've never fucking seen. They bought up the House of Blues right across the street from the fucking Comedy Store. They paid like $28 million for the thing. They're going to put these high-rise fucking multi-million dollar fucking condos in there. It's like, who the fuck's going to afford to buy those things? All right? And this is the thing. After 2008, after we saw what happened, they fucking gave the houses. None of the bankers went to jail. They gave them the houses back so they could do it all over again. They're building another fucking bubble. And I'm already calling it right now. By fucking 2021, 2022 or some shit, there is going to be a bunch of empty fucking condo fucking high-rises going along the Sunset Strip. And they've knocked down the Rainbow Room, the Roxy, the Whiskey, House of Blues, maybe the Comedy Store. They're going to wipe out all of these fucking things. There's going to be nobody in those buildings. And even if they are in those buildings, they're going to have no fucking place to go because they knocked down all the cool places to hang out on Sunset Strip. It's so fucking stupid. You know, I was getting gas the other day, another place on the Sunset Strip, and this guy said, I said, yeah, you own the gas station? He goes, I wish I did. This property just sold for $14 million, and, you know, they're knocking down the two buildings next to it, and they're going to put up a fucking, 170 unit fucking, I don't know. I just don't know where all these people are going to be coming that can afford to pay. I just don't know where they're going to come from. And for what I heard, at least the ones on La Cienega, that was like oil money. Like Saudi Arabian money came in and they don't give a fuck. I mean, they get money forever. I don't know. What's the worst thing will happen if either candidate comes in is that they're not going to stop what's already going on. And I got to be honest with you, I don't even think all the Bernie Sanders and all those types of people, you would literally need an army of those people, and then they would need bulletproof vests to fucking, that's how powerful corporations are, and that's how off the fucking rails we are. I don't know, which is why I'm trying to focus on the propositions. And I wish if anybody can find a fucking website out there that not only lets me know what I'm voting for, but lets me know what is attached to it, Like, because who doesn't want to improve the schools? You know? But, you know, whenever they have stuff like that, like, hey, let's clean up the drinking water, then they attach all this other evil shit underneath it. I don't know. It's very overwhelming. So it's so fucking overwhelming that you're asking a stand-up comedian what's going to happen. Or maybe you just did because you want to hear me make a fucking ass of myself. All right, here we go. Cool guy, terrible in bed. Oh, Jesus. All right. Dear Billy Bush Beer, I'm a 20-year-old female college student. I go to Holy Cross. You said is. I go to Holy Cross. Oh, okay. I go to Holy Cross in Worcester. I had a boyfriend for the first 3 years of college, and now I'm single. I hooked up with a guy that I didn't know was kind of an asshole. He's sort of popular and seemed friendly. One drunken night, I did the worst thing I could do, fed his ego. Had I known he was a moron and a pompous douchebag, I would not have done this. I'll save you the reasons why he's a douchebag, but just picture lame 80s preppy bully who thinks he's God's gift. Again, I didn't know this because I'd never paid attention to him. Well, after we hooked up, he told some people that I told him he was the best fuck I ever had. This found its way back to me, and Bill, I was shocked. Why? Because he was the worst fuck I ever had. He had no idea what he was doing. He was, for lack of better words, not present. No rhythm and average at best. I wasn't mad at this because it was my choice to hook up with him, but now he's putting words in my mouth. I really just want to tell someone how bad he was and wait for it to get back around to him. What is my move here, Bill and or Nia? Well, wait a minute. Did you say he was... Wait. One drunken night, I did the worst thing I could do. Feed his stupid ego. Does that mean that you slept with him? I can't tell if you, by feed his ego, he was so bad you felt like you had to say something nice. No, there's no fucking way you said, there's no way you said he was the best fuck. I think you're saying, yeah. Yeah, I think you're saying that you fed his ego by hooking up with him. Had I known he was a moron and a pompous dude, okay, so he's walking around saying that you said, and you're also saying he's putting words in your mouth. So I'm assuming that you never said that. So fed his ego means that you fucking hooked up with him. That's what I'm guessing. I don't fucking know. Christ, they speak in riddles. I wasn't mad at this because, this is a tough one. I would call him up. And when he picked up, I'd be like, why are you walking around saying that I said you were the best fuck I ever had? I never said that. Okay? I never said that. Okay? And hear what he says. And you know something? There might be a thing. This is the thing. A lot of these guys like this are tremendously insecure. Maybe he knows he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So he's walking around saying that so he can feel better about himself because he feels that awful about himself. And he feels so fucking awful about himself that not only does he got to go that big, that the fucking way he feels about himself is such a big thing that he doesn't even think that that's going to get back to you. Or he doesn't even consider your fucking feelings. So, you can either be the biggest person and know that this person is tremendously insecure and walks around and probably doesn't like themselves, which is a fucking horrible feeling to have, and just take peace with that. Or you can call the guy out, which I kind of like. Okay? And and at that point you gotta be, listen, if you were the best fuck I ever had, I would have said that to you. And just leave it at that, because you haven't told him that he's completely fucking inept. You know what I mean? But you're also kind of putting the guy in check. And then you have your final option, which is you can go around saying that he wasn't the best fuck I ever had. He's fucking terrible. And then you know what happens is everybody just gets to sit back and enjoy watching you guys fucking do this shit. I understand why you'd want to do it. I don't know. I don't do the revenge thing. I kind of go to the person that's doing whatever they're doing that's fucking annoying me, and I just kind of chop the head off there. And then if somebody comes up to me and says what they said, I would say, I would just say to them personally, yeah, that isn't true. I never said that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm sorry that this happened to you. And at 20 years of age, it's probably hard to understand a lot of the shit that I'm saying of what that guy feels about himself. But, you can't have somebody walking around saying shit like that about you. So I would, first thing I would do, I would confront the guy, call him up and be like, why are you saying that? I never said that. And if you continue to say that, and if he kind of goes around, just be, look, if you continue to say that, you're leaving me in a position here that I have to tell them the truth. Okay? You're not the best fuck I ever had. All right? I don't know. I don't know. That's guys, if you listen to this thing and you're a young person, that's such a fucking asshole thing to do. All right? That's totally coming from your own goddamn insecurity. All right? And as an older, wiser fucking man, I wish that somebody older told me that when you hook up with somebody, you keep your fucking mouth shut. You know what I mean? You're quiet about it. It happened. Who gives a fuck? Who knows? You know what I mean? It's an insecure fucking move. And just sit there and then she did this and then did that and she fucking did this. Like, that's a really fucking asshole thing to do. And women, if you hook up with the guy and he's fucking terrible or he's got a little dick and all that type of shit, right? If he's not out there talking shit for you to walk around fucking doing that too, that's another fucking asshole move. It's an asshole move either way. And in this case, the guy's the asshole. So, I don't know. You know something? If you can hang on until Thursday, I'll run it by Nia. I'll have her on again and I'll run it by her. It's just that she's still sleeping here. So, anyways, all right, that's it for the question. Anyways, let's read some fucking shit here. Here we go. Advice on the future. Dear Bilmer Fudd, first of all, congrats on the kid, new special, yada, yada. Thank you. I'm an 18-year-old guy out of high school and need career advice. I graduated with honors. Good for you. Straight A's. Jesus. And all that crap. But I currently don't attend college and I'm working some shit job in a pasta factory. Sounds like you're burned out on the academics there. He said, this is because what I really want to do is sing, parentheses, classical shit, take piano lessons, and be happy. My dream isn't to be famous or anything, but I love music and want to pursue it. Problem is, I have zero background. Can't sing, can't play anything, literally zero. There's a great place nearby where I live that gives vocal and piano lessons, and all I want to do is start training my voice and start playing, but I feel like there's no point because I have no experience. Jesus Christ, dude. You know what it is? You're one of these people. You got straight A's. You're an overachiever, and you're so goddamn smart. Every time you come up with the option, when the normal level of fear comes up, smarties like you can come up with, like, rather than just 10 reasons not to do it, you'll come up with 1,000, and you're paralyzed right now, is what's going on. He said, I spend my free... You're only 18 years old, dude. Nobody has any experience till they start experiencing it. You're already being way too hard on yourself. He goes, all right. He goes, I spend my free time listening to countless covers of the same song, watching videos on vocal exercises, and fantasizing about being a singer one day. I feel I can really do it sometimes, but other times I feel like not even trying. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's, okay. That first emotion where you feel like trying to do it, you need to listen to that. That second one that talks you out of it, you need to stop listening to that voice. You need to out loud tell that voice to shut the fuck up. That's what I did. I literally was talking to you got to beat the fuck out of that voice. That one that goes, no, yeah, but what if this happens? Oh, nobody's going to like me. Sit down and shut the fuck up. All right? I don't need you on this one. I need you when I'm thinking about doing heroin. Then I need you going like, well, what if you get addicted and then you die and you make everybody cry? Yeah, then I'll listen to you. But not when you're going after a dream. You don't listen to any of that negative shit because you'll talk yourself out of it. Anyways, I know you always preach about following your dream, but when it actually comes to doing it, it's very scary. Of course it is. However, I don't want to be 40 years old and think, man, what if? My 99-year-old aunt always tells me to do what I want and forget about money, but my parents say that I need a real job. Well, who has more life experience? Your 99-year-old aunt. And what is she saying, huh? Your parents, they're too close to you, you know? They're worried you're going to be homeless and all that shit, so they're always going to say, just get a fucking job so you can have enough money to put a roof over your head and eat a sandwich. That's all they're thinking of. Nobody dreams of that. Nobody dreams about just having a roof over their head and eating a sandwich. Unless you're, I don't know, unless you live in some fucking squalor, right? But even then, after a while, once you have the roof over your head, then you're going to at some point be like, I want to do something, right? I don't know. Anyways, I've been in between for a year now and need help. I don't want to get massively in debt for something I don't really want. That is so fucking smart. All these poor kids coming out of fucking college, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at this fucking point. Or at least the high 10,000s, you know. That's when you love being a fucking moron, you know, because then you go to community college, it doesn't cost shit. You work at Dunkin' Donuts, throw a couple of coffees at people, and all of a sudden you got money for your next semester. Maybe pursuing music will open doors to majoring in music in the future. I don't know. What should I do, you pale bitch? P.S. Give Cleo a head scratch for me. Pit bulls are awesome. And then he says, Asian need advice from Bill Burr. Oh, that's the next person. Is that it? Oh, all right. Yeah, you know what's fucked up? I was going to say, oh, you're Asian. Dude, you're going to crush the piano. That's one of those stereotypes that I guess is racist, but it's like positive racism. You know what I mean? Dude, take up the cello. You'll be playing for your fucking major city's Philharmonic. All right, this is what I would do. I would just start taking lessons immediately. I would sign up immediately. I would not listen to the rest of this podcast. Hit stop. Walk over to the phone, call the number, and get a lesson as soon as you can. Go to the lesson, okay? And then keep going and just see what that feels like. Don't stop after one and be like, well, I only went to one and I can't even play chopstick yet. Fuck this. Fuck that voice. Keep going, all right? Just say, I'm going to stick with this for 3 months. All right, that's the big thing with anything. You got to stick with it for 3 months and really work at it. Working out, learning an instrument, learning a language. God knows I always end up quitting. I can't even get fucking 100 days together. Just stick with it and see how you feel after 3 months. If you feel like this isn't for me, you're not going to have that, well, what if bullshit, because you tried it. So you're not making a decision that's going to affect the rest of your life. Don't look at it like that. You're just looking at the next 3 months. The next 3 months are going to happen. Do you want to, after 90 days, still be sitting there going, I have no experience, I don't know what to do, working in a pasta place? Or you want to be in this fucking pasta place and you know how to play a couple of songs? Dude, you'll be fucking excited, man. If this is what you really want to do, you'll be at work thinking about it. Can't wait to get home and play the fucking piano. Or try my singing some songs or whatever. And then once you get that, then that gets in your DNA. And when you have stuff to look forward to in life, all of a sudden shit that you don't look forward to, you start looking at it like, why the fuck am I doing this? This sucks. You know? I don't want to do this. And then that gets you out of that and you start going down a path of what the fuck you want to do. Then the other side of that is then your whole fucking life is nothing but fun shit. Then when you actually have to do shit that you don't want to do, like go down to the fucking DMV and find the title for your goddamn Prius, right? Then you can be a big fucking baby about it. So there's always a price to pay. But dude, that's what I would do. I would stop listening right now and sign up for those lessons and go in there and just tell your teacher, say, this is something I've always wanted to do. I'm just nervous about it. Just say what you said to me. And they'll be like, all right, well, let's get you on that, dude. You'll be fucking playing piano. Boom! That's how easy it is to make a change in your life. Just fucking pick up the phone, say what you want to do, and then when it's time, you show up and you do it, and then you're doing it, you know? You just got to get around all those mental blocks. So I hope you listen to me, man, because you're only 18 years old. So it's not like you're 50, 60. And even then, I would still tell you to do it, because who gives a fuck whether you get anywhere with it? But if you want to do that, you should do it. All right. That's it for that. Okay. Asian needs advice from Bill Burr. Bill, I love your podcast, and you're really awesome. Asian male, Chinese with squinty fucking eyes and can't drive for shit. Dude, you don't got to shit on yourself. Anyways, I need your advice. I came to America. I guess I always do. I'm a bald, pasty cunt. Anyways, I need your advice. I came to America a year ago, and I really love tall, slim, Irish, German girls with red hair. Jesus Christ, I just missed being your fucking dreamboat. I think they're beautiful. Well, I'm not tall, am I? Blonde is beautiful, too. Never seen such beauty where I'm from. Holy moly. The problem is I'm not, tall and confident like white guys, and I live in Texas. Jesus Christ, dude, this is a fucking reality show waiting to happen. I tried to ask this redhead at the gym out, and she won't take me seriously. All right, time the fuck out. Dude, hat off to you for the fucking balls you got. You came here from China. You've learned the fucking language, right? You're in Texas. You're at the gym. You're talking shit, right? Gives a fuck. You went up to the plate. You didn't get on base. Who gives a shit? Talk to another redhead. Talk to a blonde. Talk to whatever the fuck you want to keep talking to him. He said, what do I need to do to date a redhead? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, because I'm a redhead, I know there's some secret fucking handshake? He said they want me to be their Asian friend, but I really want to marry him, bang him, and have cute kids. This is driving me nuts. I mean, am I going against nature? Is an Asian guy dating white girls frowned upon and not accepted in America? Thanks in advance. I don't really cuss that much and don't mean to offend you, but wanted to talk and act like you. Jimmy Chow out. Yeah, okay. Is Asian guys dating white guys frowned upon? Everything is frowned upon in every fucking country. Generally speaking, people are afraid of anything fucking new. Who gives a shit? Literally, that guy before me who said he wanted to play piano, if he told somebody he wanted to do that, I think initially people be encouraging or whatever. But there's always going to be people telling you not to do shit. Is this what you want to do, sir? Yes, then I would go out and do it, all right? So it sounds like to me from your email that you've, I don't know. It's like you just got into the majors. Okay, it's the first week. You haven't gotten your first hit yet. What are you going to do? You're just going to quit baseball? Go back down to the minors? Fuck that. I would keep talking. Every time you hit on a woman, you get better at it. All right? And I would just continue. You're doing everything you need to do. You're going to the gym. You're staying in shape. And you're talking shit. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with your game plan other than, it hasn't happened for you yet. And this is something, it's going to take a minute. If you just walk up and talk to some chick at the gym and get laid, I mean, then everybody would be fucking doing it. The reason why most people don't do it is because they know that 99.9% of the time you're going to get the fucking Heisman. Hey, easy. This is my elliptical over here. This is your elliptical over there, right? Fuck off, right? And for all the women there going can you just not hit on us at the gym? Can you just fucking not? Can I just have this fucking place? Hey, they make gyms for that. They make the all ladies fucking gyms, all right? The fuck, you're going to go there working out, looking good, and then you're upset that a guy's coming up and hitting on you? Someday, ladies, some days they're not going to want to talk to you. Take it from somebody, okay? Who the women, they don't even you don't even register. I'm a sir. I became a sir or a mister fucking 15 years ago. And it's over. All right? Okay. Boyfriends obsessed with video games. Now, I know somebody's going to send me an email. Oh, I was fucking, they're going to talk about some borderline sexual assault thing. Obviously, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a little playful flirtation of someone who wants to fuck you. Boyfriends obsessed with video games. How far into this podcast am I? All right. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. I usually go a little over an hour, but that's when I'm going to have to stop today because I got to go to work.
Boyfriend's obsessed with video games. Hey, Buffalo Bill, I love your podcast and I'm a huge fan. My boyfriend and I both love to listen to your rants about whatever bullshit comes to mind. I myself have ADD and can find myself rambling about something completely different than whatever it was I started to ramble about. Anyway, my boyfriend has always been a huge fan of video games, and he can play them all day if he could. More recently, he has been obsessed with one game in particular for the last 8+ months, and has really put a strain on our relationship. He will turn on his Xbox from the second he gets home until about 4 hours before he has work the next morning. Jesus. So we pretty much spend no time together unless it's me watching him play with his friends. He talks to his friends while he plays online, in which case, even if I do say something to him, he either doesn't hear me or just ignores me. I've tried talking to him about it, and he refuses to change or compromise. It's even started to affect our sex life. Well, I imagine it would, because he has no time for sexy time. We are both still young and in our late 20s, and I hate that I'm practically begging him to turn off the game so we can canoodle in the sheets. I've been contemplating just breaking off our relationship of 5+ years because it's been this way for months and it has only gotten worse. I'd love to hear what the wise Nia has to say as well. Thanks for all the good laughs and congratulations on both of yous on the new baby Burr. Thank you. Unfortunately, Nia's not here. Let me see if I can get her. Hold on one second. Okay, she's on her way down. I would say, first of all, you've been together for 5+ years. Initially, my first thought when you were doing this is what I would do if what would make me pay attention is I would just start going out with your friends and just start wearing fucking sexy outfits and shit, and he'll get the message immediately. If you walk out the door looking good and he's sitting there fucking playing video games and stuff, and if he doesn't get that hint, then yeah, you got to be thinking like, well, what the this guy's more interested in this shit than what I'm doing over here with my fucking Christmas leggings, going out to a Christmas party dressed like a fucking hot piece of ass over here. That's what the fuck I would do. You've already tried to talk to him. I got to be honest with you. I understand people becoming obsessed with video games. It's why I don't play them. But to me, I'm a bit of a cunt when it comes to video games. To me, that's a child activity. You know what I mean? Like, what is this person working towards? What do they have for a fucking job? They come home from their job and they just play a video game for the whole fucking rest of the day. It does not sound like a driven man. That's another fucking red flag. So that's what I would just start building a life. Initially, I would start building a life without him to see if he notices, and maybe you guys can get back to where you were. Or if he doesn't notice, then you already have a head start on getting the fuck away from this guy. So the lovely Nia's here. I'm going to hit pause and let her read this email. Or Nia, if you just want to, you can just read this while I continue to ramble here. It starts right here. My boyfriend's been a fan of the video games. Yada, 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 and all that shit. So that's basically, that's what I would do. And as I mentioned a long time ago, the last video game that I played was Grand Theft Auto 3, and it literally consumed my life. I would be walking to the comedy clubs, getting on and I would be thinking about the game when I wasn't even at home. I'd be waiting to go on stage, thinking about, okay, I'll finish this set and I'll go home and I'll use the cheats and I'll just go on a fucking rampage and all that shit. And it just kind of took over my life. So here's the lovely Nia with her advice.
First of all, can I just say that this problem really sucks. And it's really annoying. And that you're both in your 20s and he's like addicted to playing video games. I'm sorry, but that's a lame ass. And you need to move on. Seriously. 5 years, 5+ years. It's been this way for months and it's only gotten worse. Yeah. You said you tried to talk to him about it and he refuses to change or compromise. Well, it's just, he obviously, his priorities are this video game. I don't know if is there something else going on in your relationship, or did he have some kind of something bad happen recently that he doesn't want to deal with or something, and that's why he's so consumed by the video games? Because I'm just trying to think, like, what normal, healthy, happy person just all of a sudden
Doesn't want to bang his broad.
Yeah, and hands over his life to a video game. Like, I feel like something happened, and he's not able to, like...
But you talk too quietly.
Okay, because you're sticking it in my face, like...
Well, because you do this, you start talking all the way over here, and the people can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the levels here.
Oh, all right. So...
Okay, sorry, that's all right.
Yeah, I would not necessarily say, listen, it's the video games or me, but you can just say something along those lines of like, listen, I feel like I'm not a priority in your life, and if that's the case, then we really need to talk about this relationship, because if you're not into it, then just let me go so I can find somebody who's into me and is going to pay attention to me and not their Xbox.
This is what I was saying she should do. She should just fucking dress like a whore and go out that night and just see if he notices. Like, just have, like, fucking, you know, the fucking thigh highs on and all that shit. If he doesn't get it, then...
Thigh highs?
Yeah, just dress like a fucking whore.
Thigh highs?
There's stockings. They go up to your thighs, and then they
thigh highs
stop,
are.
and there's this glorious little fucking hint of leg.
You're so old that you feel like women are going out in, like, thigh highs, like they're like saloon mistresses, like on Westworld.
Why? Because I came of age in the 1800s? Why you acting like you guys don't always whore it up every fucking holiday? You whore it up on your birthday. You whore it up on Halloween. You whore it up on Christmas.
Sex it up. It's called being sexy.
Sexing it up.
Sexing
it up. Putting
Not
your
whoring
clam
it up.
on the
Sexing
fucking
it up.
platter. That's what you guys do.
It's different.
Yeah, titties out. Clam peeking out from underneath the sheet.
No, because I don't believe in that passive aggressive shit. It's just like, listen, motherfucker, are you into this or not? Because if not, then I need to move on. The thing is, though, honey, he's made his choice. That's what I think that you don't necessarily want to fully admit to. He's made his choice. He's more interested in the video game for whatever reason. He won't talk about it. He won't compromise. He's made his choice. Maybe he's not into the relationship anymore. Is that a possibility? Is it a possibility that he...
Maybe she needs to whore it up.
She's saying she's trying to like beg him to even have sex, which is ridiculous. It could be that he's just not into the relationship anymore, and he's such a fucking pussy ass puss that he's waiting for you to be the one to dump him. Because a lot of people do that. A pussy ass puss.
What is that?
I don't even know. But you know, some people they don't want to be the bad guy, or they're just immature and cowardly. So they don't want to say, listen, I think we should break up, because they feel guilty because it's been 5+ years. So they do shit like this to like make you be the one to break up with them because they're cowards. You know what I mean? So it is possible.
So in conclusion, what are you saying?
I'd say dump his ass. Bye.
There you go. All right. See that? All right, Nia, you want to listen to me read out loud?
Oh, God.
I know. You know what's be hilarious is a fucking baby realizes that I'm not good at reading. What age do you think they're going to be? Fucking turn around, kind of look up at me like,
I feel like
Mommy doesn't sound like this.
you'll be good at reading like children's stories.
All right, I walked into that one.